everywhere. It's like fountain. It's pure Bill style.
Every second.
It hurts so
All right, folks, so we have arrived at round number 3. Round number 3 is the Moo Man question. You guys are so much more positive this debate. This is awesome.
The last debate had serial killers.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, listen to the last debate, folks. All right, so the Moo Man question is a question made specifically for each debate, and tonight's Moo Man question is, to be the adorable bunch of friends who best taught us how to love, one has to have enemies who embody hate. Describe these horrible, demonic, satanic villains from the depths of hell, and how your candidates defeated them with love. I may have got carried away there, but it's my question. So we are going to start with the team ponies. Explain to me about the enemies and adversaries about the ponies.
All right, we're going to start with King Sombra. As I mentioned in the intro, most of the My Little Ponies villains are actually more antagonists. This is actually a villain. He's cruel. He's out and out evil. He gets off on hurting people. It's pretty nasty. So the only way that he can be held back is with the purity of love between two newlywed ponies that literally emanates so much love it hurts him. But that won't stop him. What actually is needed to stop this guy is a crystal heart that resonates with the pleasant feelings of all the ponies in the Crystal Empire, and all their positiveness will destroy him into a pile of nothingness. He's a shadow, becomes not a shadow. After that, Luna. Luna's a perfect explanation of a villain that's redeemed. She is a sister of Celestia. She's overcome with frustration and jealousy because everyone pays attention to Celestia. She's the sun. She's in charge of the sun. So she gets frustrated, she gets angry, it consumes her, it festers, and she gets banished to the moon. Well, that would piss anybody off for 1,000 years. So what happens? She gets free, and one pony knows that the elements of harmony need to stop her. And what are the elements of harmony but the manifestations of loyalty, honesty, kindness, laughter, generosity, and of course the magic of friendship.
Woo!
I like how they just toss in laughter in there.
We have.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yes. And then we have Chrysalis. Chrysalis is one of the most threatening villains in MLP. She's like Darkheart from Care Bears. Christmas? Darkheart manipulated the girl he had the hots for into helping him trap teddy bears in a sack. Chrysalis stole a mare's husband, fed up his love to feed an army, and she used it to invade Canterlot. But she was, of course, defeated by the love between the two ponies, which goes to show you that love between two people can overcome anything, even if it's an invading army or a corn dog shortage.
30 seconds.
And finally, there's the greatest threat Equestria's whole world ever faced, a monster who couldn't be destroyed even by the acts of two alicorn goddesses, whose fate proved to be the greatest victory for the power of love and kindness, Discord. Discord is the living embodiment of chaos with a level of power even Loki can only dream of. He is but without continuing to hold him in check, he is an unstoppable force of nature. But stop him they did, twice. When he first escaped, he nearly wrecked the world. The main six reunited and captured him with the elements, but it was the second time when it really counted. Discord, the living essence of turmoil, strife, and entropy, found his heart melted and became an ally of the people of Equestria when, for the first time in his eons-long existence, someone, Fluttershy, showed him a little kindness and tried to be his friend. Even Discord admitted, friendship is magic.
Ending off with multi-part Dragon Q. I love that game. All right. We are going to the Care Bears to find out about their villains and how they overcame them with love. You have 2 minutes. Begin.
So, talking about our villains is a little painful. But we'll get into it. If you may have noticed the cloud motif of the Care Bears, and that we did the Care Bears descend from the heavens to take care of children and all that. Care Bears are part of heaven's hierarchy. So, arguably we could say that the devil is one of our villains. We can move down to say that proper angels have their demons to fight, and then at the lower level are the Care Bears, and we fight much smaller, less demonic villains like Darkheart, who's really just kind of misguided, but he wants everybody to be depressed. There's Shrieky, who just wants attention. And then, sadly, there's Grizzle, who Grizzle was one of our own, but we hope someday we hope Grizzle will come back.
Don't cry.
Well, thanks. Well, thanks.
Why don't you blast him with your stomach?
But truly, those aren't our real villains. Those aren't true evil. The true evil adversary of the Care Bears are My Little Ponies. And I hate to say it, but the battle rages around us. You've been drawn in, and we feel really bad about that.
We love you. Hear us out, hear us out. The Care Bears' greatest villains, Darkheart and Noheart, were both shapeshifters. Now, Darkheart, they encountered once, and he got trapped in the body of a 13-year-old boy, which means he would be about the right age and look now to be My Little Pony writer and animator Chris Salvino. Time and time again, but never truly defeated. He still has his powers, and we're pretty sure he's shapeshifted into one of the ponies themselves.
Which
and
one?
I'm pretty sure it's Pinkie Pie over there.
I'm gonna have to cut you off there, sorry. So, we got, the round for the Geeks. Let's hear it for the Geeks. All right, folks.
Still love you.
It's
okay.
it's all.
You did your best.
Stop complimenting each other. I'm trying to talk. So it's all fun and games, but now we have come to round 4. Who would win in a fight? I gotta come clean here. Sometimes we choose our debates just for this round. This is one of those times. So let us start with the nerds and My Little Pony. How would the ponies defeat the Care Bears? 2 minutes. Please begin.
Well, let's start with Applejack. Simple, direct, she's the strongest, toughest mare in pony though. She'll hook opponents with a lasso and crush them with their hooves of steel. And she's a crack shot, kicking projectiles too, so being airborne is no escape. Pinkie Pie is the opposite of simple and direct. She has strange, cartoonish powers not even she understands, an arsenal of explosives and cannons, and an incredible temper if anyone hurts her friends or breaks a promise.
Not only does Rarity have deadly magic, but she knows martial arts and has a horse's rear legs. She'd kick Braveheart straight in the orbit, and she'd outwind Shrieky. Shining Armor held a force field over a city for an entire week. It took a siege by an army of changelings to break it. He took on Sombra single hoof because he's hung like a horse. He'll kick your ass!
Rainbow Dash's job is controlling the weather. Clouds, Carolot is made on clouds. She destroys clouds for a living. That has been seen in actual show canon, flipping a bear on its back and cracking its neck. A talent easily put to good use here. And who's Fluttershy's best friend? Discord. When Discord sees his best friend Fluttershy fighting, he'll jump in immediately. Snap, bears are ants. Snap, bears are plants. Snap, bears are chocolate milk. Chocolate fucking milk.
Cadence kept Sombra out of the Crystal Empire on her own for weeks. She can go without sleep for long stretches. She bears all pins. Every single one of the Care Bears could bounce on her and try to beat her with their tiny padded fists, and she would feel nothing. They would, though, because she has the power of an immortal god. And Twilight is the equestrian version of the Avatar. She blew the roof off the Council Academy before she knew how to control magic. She took on Cerberus by herself. She fought the changelings. She travelled in time. She ascended to immortality. She could transport every single Care Bear into the centre of the earth without even looking up from her sandwich, made from the grilled corpses of her bovine friends.
Princess Luna is the embodiment of the night. She is a goddess, stronger than any mortal, and capable of nation-shattering damage with her own dark power, control the darkness, and her incredible magic power, second only to her sister, Princess Celestia, the goddess of the sun, who wields fire, the raw essence of the universe, even life and death themselves. And just in case that's not quite enough, she commands Equestria's stand-in army. Can 5 gods and hundreds of flying and magic-wielding troops take down a handful of 2-foot-tall teddies? Well, do bears crap in their pants?
Sounds like a whole lot of hating going on.
All right. There's going to be a whole lot more before it's done. So, we got, round 4, Team Care Bears and the Geeks. 2 minutes, please begin.
Yeah, I mean, just like that audience member just said, nothing says I love you like punching a bunch of cuddly little bears with nothing but love in their hearts.
I feel really shaken. That wasn't really a hypothetical description they had there, and Ruben's going to walk us through it.
This is an eyewitness account. September 17th, 1987. It's Saturday morning. The sun is shining through the trees of the friendly forest, creating patterns on the forest floor. Care Bears and Care Bear cousins intermingle, expressing their mutual love in a casual social setting. Suddenly the light darkens and all heads turn upwards. Is it a plague of locusts, this dark mass high in the sky? Or perhaps a murder of crows? Could it be an unkindness of ravens? A siege of herons? A fall of woodcocks? It approaches with menacing speed, and an equine eye or two sparkles evilly from the horde, and it's clear what it is. It's a perversion of little ponies. Perversion is the correct collective noun for a group of little ponies. An eerie silence falls. With open hearts and relaxed bodies, the Care Bears wait. Waves of hate emanate from the perversion. The flying ponies land with violence. Their teeth and unnatural unicorn horns tear through the supple necks of the nearest Care Bears, who will not fight back because they will do no harm. It is a silent slaughter, except for the gluttonous grunts of the feasting ponies, as the Care Bears do not scream out in anguish, even as their limbs are torn from their bodies, their intestines ripped and tangled about the severed parts of unloving victims, and their livers punctured by the ponies' sharp canines with and a the patterns of the forest floor become more interesting. They are stained glass in bile green and blood red. In heaven, Jesus weeps at the horror of his not chlorine gas, neither H-bombs nor ferocious little ponies can perturb the pure love that is the essence of the Care Bears.
Use your stomach!
Everybody would join us in a moment of silence as we read out the names of the fallen. The names of the fallen! Please be quiet!
A respectful silence, please. Baby Hugs Bear. Baby Tugs Bear. I love you, Bear. Perfect and polite panda. Care Bear. America Cares Bear. Secret Bear. Civilian deaths. Rocky and Polly Woodchuck. Jimmy the Skunk. Sammy Blue Jay. Chatterer the Squirrel. Barbara Papa, Barbara Mama, Barbara Bright, Good Luck Bear, Cozy Heart Penguin, Gentle Heart Lamb,
He's right here.
He was delicious!
Puncher Bear.
I'm gonna have to end on a somber note.